Acesulfame K, also known as acesulfame potassium, is a popular artificial sweetener used as a sugar substitute in various food and beverage products. As with other sweeteners, there are potential advantages and disadvantages associated with its use. Here are the pros and cons of acesulfame K. The Nutrinet Santé cohort study reported that adults who consumed acesulfame K had a slightly higher risk of cancer overall compared to those who did not consume acesulfame K. 6. References: https://www.cancer.gov/about-cancer/causes-prevention/risk/diet/artificial sweeteners fact sheet. Advantages of acesulfame K. Low in calories, acesulfame K is calorie-free, which makes it suitable for individuals looking to reduce their calorie intake and manage their weight. No impact on blood sugar. Acesulfame K does not significantly affect blood glucose levels, making it an option for people with diabetes or those monitoring their blood sugar. Heat stable. Acesulfame K is heat stable, so it can be used in cooking and baking without losing its sweetness, making it versatile for a variety of recipes. Complements other sweeteners. Acesulfame K is often used in combination with other sweeteners like sucralose or aspartame to achieve a more sugar-like taste profile, which can reduce the need for large quantities of any single sweetener. Disadvantages or concerns about acesulfame K. Aftertaste. Acesulfame K is associated with a bitter or metallic aftertaste by some individuals, which can be off-putting to some consumers. Limited research on long-term effects. While regulatory agencies like the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, and the European Food Safety Authority, EFSA, have evaluated acesulfame K's safety, there may still be limited long-term research on its health effects. As with many artificial sweeteners, ongoing studies are needed to provide more conclusive data. Not metabolized. Acesulfame K is not metabolized by the body, which means it is excreted unchanged in the urine. Some people may be concerned about potential accumulation in the body, although regulatory agencies have set acceptable daily intake, ADI, levels as a guideline. Potential for combining with other additives. In some food and beverage products, acesulfame K may be used in combination with other additives or sweeteners, raising questions about potential cumulative effects, although regulatory assessments are typically made with consideration of these combinations. Phenylketonuria, PKU. Acesulfame K is safe for most people but contains phenylalanine, which can be problematic for individuals with phenylketonuria, PKU, a rare genetic disorder. PKU patients need to monitor their phenylalanine intake closely and should avoid acesulfame K containing products. Bitterness masking. Acesulfame K is often used to mask the bitterness of other ingredients, particularly in beverages and pharmaceuticals. While this can improve the overall taste, it might make it harder for consumers to detect the taste of certain ingredients or potential spoilage. As with all artificial sweeteners, individual responses can vary. It's important to consider your personal preferences and any specific health concerns when deciding whether to use acesulfame K or any other sweeteners. If you have particular dietary restrictions or health conditions, consulting with a healthcare professional for personalized guidance can be beneficial. End of video. Saccharin is an artificial sweetener that has been used for over a century as a sugar substitute. It has a controversial history, and opinions about its safety and potential health effects have evolved over the years. Here's a summary of the potential advantages and disadvantages associated with saccharin. The potential benefits of saccharin. Low in calories, saccharin is calorie-free, making it a suitable option for people looking to reduce their calorie intake and manage their weight. Diabetic-friendly, saccharin does not significantly affect blood sugar levels and can be a helpful sugar substitute for individuals with diabetes or those trying to control their blood glucose. Long history of use. Saccharin has been used as a sugar substitute for many years, and extensive research has been conducted on its safety. It is approved as a food additive by regulatory agencies in many countries, including the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA. No impact on dental health. Saccharin does not promote tooth decay, as it does not provide a food source for bacteria in the mouth. The potential concerns or disadvantages of saccharin. Bitter aftertaste. Saccharin is often associated with a bitter or metallic aftertaste, which some people find unpleasant. Historical health concerns. In the 1970s, saccharin was linked to bladder cancer in laboratory rats when consumed in very high doses. As a result, saccharin was temporarily banned in the United States. However, further research has indicated that the mechanism of cancer formation in rats may not apply to humans. Consequently, saccharin was delisted as a potential carcinogen in the US. Phenylketonuria, PKU. Saccharin contains phenylalanine, an amino acid that can be harmful to individuals with phenylketonuria, PKU. People with PKU lack the enzyme needed to metabolize phenylalanine, and consuming saccharin can lead to an accumulation of phenylalanine in their bodies. Therefore, individuals with PKU should avoid saccharin. Safety in extremely high doses. While saccharin is considered safe for most people when consumed within acceptable daily intake ADI levels established by regulatory agencies, there is still some debate about its safety when consumed in extremely high doses. Studies in rats and mice have suggested a potential link to cancer under these conditions. However, such high doses are far beyond typical human consumption levels. Other sweeteners available. Some individuals prefer the taste and properties of other artificial sweeteners, such as aspartame, sucralose, or steviol glycosides from the stevia plant, which may be more palatable to them. In summary, saccharin is considered safe for most people when consumed within recommended levels. However, it has a history of controversy due to early studies linking it to cancer in rats. Subsequent research has largely dismissed these concerns, and regulatory agencies have approved its use as a food additive. Some individuals may dislike its aftertaste, and it may not be the sweetener of choice for everyone. As with any dietary choice, individual responses can vary, and if you have specific health concerns or conditions, it's a good idea to consult with a healthcare professional for personalized guidance on the use of saccharin, or other sweeteners in your diet. End of video.